Hello students, this is for class 8 science metals and non-metals. This is part 2 of the video. In this we will study about uses of non-metals. In the previous one we have studied about uses of metals, and you must have a question in your mind that I have said that mercury is a poor conductor of heat. Okay, then why it is used in thermometers? So the answer for this is, I know that you will not understand it more perfectly because you will study all these things in your higher classes, but still for your knowledge I am telling you that mercury has a high coefficient of expansion. Okay, high coefficient of expansion. It means that with a slight change in the temperature of your body, it expands very fast. Okay, you must have seen rising of the level of mercury in the thermometer. So it has high coefficient of expansion, means with a small change in the temperature of your body, with a small increase in the heat of your body, it records. Why it records? Because it expands very fast with a slight change in the temperature. So it has high coefficient of expansion, and as it expands it can read the temperature of your body. That is why it is used in thermometers, because it has high coefficient of expansion and it is a poor conductor of heat. Okay, now let us begin with uses of non-metals. Uses of non-metals. The first non-metal which is very important is oxygen. Oxygen is a very important non-metal for us, because we cannot survive without oxygen. Oxygen is basically required for respiration process. We cannot respire without oxygen, and human beings can live without water for few days, but we cannot live without oxygen, right? So one of the uses is respiration. It is used in respiration. Second is, it is used in combustion. Combustion is a process of burning a substance, and for burning a substance oxygen is required. Okay, it is essential for the combustion. Then next is, oxygen is used in oxoacetylene torches. Now what is this oxoacetylene? Acetylene and oxygen mixture is known as oxoacetylene. Means oxygen combines with acetylene and it forms oxoacetylene, and this oxoacetylene torches, these torches are used to cut or to weld the welding. I hope all of you know welding is joining of metals. So for cutting of metals and for welding of metals, this oxoacetylene is used. Acetylene is a gas. It mixes with oxygen. It is mixed with oxygen and oxoacetylene is formed, and this oxoacetylene is used for oxoacetylene torches are used for cutting and welding of metals. Okay, now we come to the next one, that is one more use is, oxygen is used in extraction of metals. I hope all of you know what is extraction. Extraction means taking out the metals from their ores. What are ores? Ores are metals plus impurities plus, means what we get from the nature in which the maximum percentage of metal is there, that is known as ore. Okay, so from that ore we need to extract the metals, and for extraction of metals we use oxygen. Oxygen is used for extraction of some of the metals. Then oxygen is also used in manufacturing of some of the important chemicals like sulfuric acid, H2SO4. It is also used for manufacturing of HNO3, that is your nitric acid. Okay, then liquid oxygen is also very useful. Liquid oxygen is used to burn the rocket fuel. Okay, so these are all the uses of oxygen. Then we come to the next one, that is nitrogen. Now even plants need nitrogen. Why they need nitrogen? Because nitrogen is essential for making of amino acids. Later on you will study that amino acids are made from nitrogen, and these amino acid in turn they make proteins, right? So plants also need proteins, and these proteins are made up of amino acids, and these amino acids are made up of nitrogen. So that is why Plants use this nitrogen to make the proteins. Second is liquid nitrogen is also very important, because liquid nitrogen is required for it is used as a preservative. It is used as a preservative, and what is preserved is to preserve the blood in the blood banks, to preserve the corneas. Many other donated organs are preserved in presence of liquid nitrogen. So it is a very good preservative. It is used in blood banks for storing the blood, for preserving the blood, for preserving all these donated organs. Then because nitrogen is actually a very non-reactive gas. It is a non-reactive gas, and because of its non-reactive nature, nitrogen gas is filled in the packets of your chips. Okay, all your favorite chips and kurkures, their packets are filled with air. We often say in common language, we say that the shopkeeper, these companies are they are cheating us, because half of the packet is filled with air and half is filled with chips. Okay, so that half is not air, but that is nitrogen actually. Particularly if you say it is nitrogen is a non-reactive gas, so it doesn't react with the food item which you are storing. So that is why it is filled into those packets of chips and kurkure and Lays, whatever you eat. Okay, so, and one more use of nitrogen is that nitrogen is used for manufacturing of ammonia. Ammonia is NH3. It is used in manufacturing of ammonia, and ammonia is used in making of fertilizers. It is also used for making urea. Okay, it is used for making urea, it is used for making fertilizers, and those fertilizers are made up of ammonia, and ammonia is made from nitrogen. Then we come to the next one, that is carbon. Carbon is also a very, very important nonmetal, and there are two non-crystalline forms. Actually, carbon has crystalline forms and non-crystalline forms, and the non-crystalline forms, okay, which don't have a crystal structure, they are non-crystalline forms. So that is charcoal, all of you know charcoal, and lamp black. These are the forms of carbon. These are non-crystalline forms of carbon. And what are the crystalline forms? Crystalline forms are very, very important. Crystalline form, there are two crystalline forms. One is diamond and one is graphite, which have the crystal structure. They are crystalline forms. So graphite and diamond are crystalline forms of carbon. And diamond, we know the uses of diamond very well. The diamond is used as a gem. It is very, very you can say it is very, very sharp. So it is used for cutting of rocks also. Cutting of rocks, cutting of even glass can be cut with the help of diamonds. So diamond is used as a gem and for cutting of rocks and glasses, etc. Then graphite, we have already read about graphite, that graphite is a very good conductor of electricity. Graphite is the only non-metal which is a good conductor of electricity. So it is used for making of electrodes. I hope everybody knows what is electrode, positive electrode and negative electrode, okay, which are used in the cells or batteries. So those electrodes are made up of graphite. Okay. Graphite is also used as a lubricant. Now what are lubricants? Lubricants are actually which are used to reduce the friction. A lubricant can be a liquid, can be a solid. Okay, lubricant is used to reduce friction, and graphite is used to reduce friction. Otherwise, all of you know that oil is used to reduce friction, but where oil cannot be used, this graphite is used. Where is it used? Graphite has actually a very high melting point. Graphite has a very high melting point, and that is why it is used as a lubricant in those machines which have which get heated up while operated. Means when we are using a machine and its temperature goes very high, it becomes very hot. So for those machines, graphite is used as a lubricant, that is to reduce the friction, so that the smooth functioning of the machine may take place. Then another use of graphite, you must have seen the lead of your pencil. The pencil lead is also made up of, we have read in one of the activities also in the last class that pencil lead is made up of graphite plus clay. Okay, so that is also one of the use of graphite, that it is used in pencil lead. Now we come to the next one. This is all about carbon. Next is sulfur. Sulfur is a yellow solid. Sulfur is a yellow solid, and sulfur also has many uses. Actually, it is used in making of dyes also. In making of dyes, it is used. Dyes are the substances which are used to color the other substance. So that is, it is used for making of dyes. It is used in matches also. Okay, matchbox. All of you know what is a matchbox. So to make the matches, this sulfur is used. If it is used in gunpowder, it is used in fireworks, okay, in crackers, sulfur is used. And sulfur is used for manufacturing of a very important acid, that is H2SO4, sulfuric acid. It is also used as a fungicide. Now what is fungicide? Side is actually to kill. So the chemical that is used to kill fungus is known as fungicide. So sulfur is used to make some fungicides. It is also used to treat rubber. Okay, all these are uses of sulfur. Then we come to the next one, that is chlorine. Chlorine is the next non-metal. Chlorine is used to make many of the important chemicals like PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Nowadays even doors and windows are also made up of PVC. PVC is a kind of plastic only. So polyvinyl chloride, it is used to make polyvinyl chloride. It is also used to make bleaching powder. Chlorine is a very, very important ingredient of bleaching powder, and bleaching powder has many uses. Bleaching powder is a disinfectant. Now what is a disinfectant? Disinfectant means which kills germs. Which kill germs is known as disinfectant, and bleaching powder is a very good disinfectant. It is usually poured in swimming pools to clean the water, or sometimes even you must have tasted, if you have tasted the water which is coming from the municipal bodies, municipal corporation, okay, that tap water, sometimes it tastes bitter. So that is because of the chlorine present in water, and that chlorine is because of the addition of bleaching powder to water. To clean the water, it is added. Then this bleaching, it is used for bleaching of paper also in paper industry, means cleaning of paper, wood pulp, and it is also used in textile industry to clean the cloth, right? Then it is also used, chlorine is also used for making of some of the pesticides. What are pesticides? Right now I told you that wherever you find, wherever you see the word side, means it is used to kill the pest. There it was fungicide, and here it is pesticide. So what we use, the chemicals which are used to kill the pest. What are pests? Pests are unwanted, you can say those germs, or those germs which infect, okay, that is known as pest. So pests, to kill the pest we use pesticides, okay. And pesticide, one of the name given in your book is Gamexane. You must know some of the names because it's given in your book, so you should know it. So Gamexane is a pesticide which is made from chlorine. Chlorine is used for making a very important acid, that is HCl, hydrochloric acid. All these are uses of chlorine. Now we come to iodine. Iodine is, earlier we have studied that it is very shiny in appearance, okay, it has shine, and it is a black solid. Iodine is a black solid, and it has one of the property of sublimation. Later on in 9th class you will study what is sublimation. Right now I am telling you in very short that sublimation is actually conversion of solid into vapors or solid into gas directly. Means when we heat solid, it gets converted usually into liquid, and then liquid gets converted into gas. But here solid directly gets converted into gaseous state, that is known as sublimation. So iodine sublimes and turns into vapors. Okay, so this iodine is a solid, and this turns into vapors. It turns into vapors on heating. and it is used. Iodine is you must have seen Iodex. Okay, so that also contains iodine. Okay, that is a paste of iodine and petroleum jelly, okay, which gives relief from the pain. So that Iodex is a paste of iodine and petroleum jelly. Then iodine is also a very good antiseptic. It is a very good antiseptic. Now how it is used in antiseptic is iodine is mixed with alcohol. Iodine is mixed with alcohol and it is used as an antiseptic, and this antiseptic is known as tincture of iodine. This antiseptic is known as tincture of iodine. You must have seen a red colored medicine, a red colored liquid which is applied when you fell down, or when you have some injury, then a red colored liquid is applied on that. So that is tincture of iodine. Usually it is available in the government dispensaries. Okay, whenever somebody gets an injury, that tincture of iodine is applied on it. So it is a very good antiseptic made up of iodine and alcohol. Okay, then all of you must have heard about iodized salt. In many of the advertisement it comes that you should use iodized salt. So iodized salt is iodine in the salt, in your common salt, and that is essential to prevent the disease goiter. Okay, iodized salt is essential so that we don't get the disease which is known as goiter. Then next is about noble gases. Noble gases, as we studied earlier, that noble gases means non-reactive. Noble means non-reactive. We have read about noble metals and these are noble gases. So non-reactive gases are known as noble gases, and the examples are helium, neon and argon. Okay, these three examples are there in your book. So helium is a noble gas. Helium, they are non-reactive gases, means they don't react with oxygen, they don't react with water. You must have never heard about helium oxide or neon oxide. So they don't react with other elements. So helium is a noble gas. It is used to fill the balloons. In balloons it is filled, helium gas is filled, and a mixture of helium and oxygen, is used by the divers. Okay, by the divers, when they go deep into the sea, they take the cylinders, and in those cylinders what is filled is helium plus oxygen is there, and they use it for respiration. Then we come to neon. Neon is a very common name. You must have heard about neon sign bulbs. Neon sign bulbs, right? So neon sign bulbs or advertisement signboards, they are filled with neon gas, and that neon glows with orange red light. Okay, it glows with orange red light. Then is argon. Argon is also a noble gas. Argon is used again to fill the electric bulbs. It is used in electric bulbs. The gas that is filled in bulbs is your argon. And when argon is mixed with little of mercury vapor, argon is mixed with mercury vapors, okay, then it glows with green light. So it is also used in advertisement signboards, and all these are the uses of your noble gases. I hope all of you have understood the chapter well. Thank you.